डॉक्टर बाबासाहेब आंबेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी.
Hello dear student, have a nice day. Myself Kiran Patel, Assistant Professor in School of Computer Science of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Open University, Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Dear students, we are going to start with the course RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. In today's session, we will learn about the block 3, Oracle Server and SQL. Unit 2 is a stored procedure and functions. This is the first part of this unit. Now we will start with the block 3, Oracle Server and SQL. In this, Unit 2 is a stored procedure and function. First of all, we see the agenda of the Unit 2 is the learning objectives and outcomes. Introduction of stored procedures and functions. Stored procedure and its components. Types of parameters. Creating stored procedure with the DML statements. Deleting the stored procedure. Functions. Passing parameter to the function. Calling function and deleting the function, etc. After completed this unit, students will be able to understand what is procedure and function, how to create the procedure and function, how to execute it. All the things are able to getting in this session. Now, first of all, we start with the introduction of stored procedure and function. A stored procedure or function are the two types of the subprograms in PLSQL. Every subprogram is contain its own name and will contain the declaration part, executable or body part, and exception handling part, which is optional, and end part. When user execute the procedure or function, then execution take place at the server side, which reduce the network traffic. The subprogram are compiled first and then stored in a Oracle database. And whenever we require, then it can be invoked. Whenever the subprogram are called, they only need to execute because they are stored in a compiled form. So they save the required time for the compilation of the subprogram. Thus, if we use the stored procedure or function, then our time to be execution will be saved and our program will execute fastly because the stored procedure and function is compiled and then stored in a database, and when we require, then we invoke the stored procedure and function, and at that time no need to compile again. It will directly execute at the invocation time or execution time. Now, first of all, we start with the introduction of the stored procedure. Now, what is stored procedure? The stored procedure is known as a subprogram in PLSQL block. It takes one or more arguments or parameters and returns one or more values. It supplies the argument at a time of calling the procedure, or we can say invoking the procedure. A procedure contains the two parts. First is the procedure specification and second one is the body part. What is procedure specification? The procedure specification begin with the create and end with the procedure name or a parameter list. The procedure without the parameter are written without the parenthesis. And the body part means the body of the procedure start after the keyword is or as and end with the keyword end. See, try to understand with the syntax. The syntax of stored procedure and function is here. See, create or replace procedure, then schema, then procedure name. In the bracket, after that, in the square bracket, opening and closing square bracket, the parameter is there. The parameter 1, in or out, you can use this parameter, and then parameter data type. Parameter, that means like a variable. If we declare the variable, same as like a parameter. After that is, this one is a specification part, and after that is keyword, is to end keyword is a body part. This one is a body part and this one is a specification part. Is, then here we declared the variable, and then begin. Here in a begin part, our logic is here, executable statement, and then return statement is also write down here, which value it will return. But in procedure, there is no return part. It automatically use the out parameter mode, so it will returns the value. And then exception section, it is optional, not compulsory. And then end part. Try to understand where create or replace procedure means the new procedure is created or replaced with the new code if the procedure with the same name exists. It will create the new procedure and it will create if the procedure exists. Then it will replace with the new code. Then is parameter. Is represent the beginning of the body of the procedure. The code between is and begin here makes the declaration section. It will declare the variable. Then begin represent the coding part of the procedure. An exception section is handle any error if the execution part of the begin. If any error in a begin part, then it will handle by the exception section. If you are write down this section, then now here is the square bracket. Exception section is in a square bracket, means it is a optional, and then end. Now here we see the types of mode. In means receive or accept the value that will be passed from the outside when the procedure call, and out means send or return a value to the outside when the procedure call. Now same as the components of the procedure, we already here all the things are explained. So the components of the procedure is same as the components of procedure. We already discussed some components in the syntax of the procedure. This topic is included in our SLM. That's why once again, to understand the procedure easily, we will divide the procedure into the two parts, procedure head and procedure body. Now what is procedure head? Procedure head means all the code before is keyword is called the procedure head, or we can say the signature of the procedure, or also we can say the procedure specification. Now the various part of the PLSQL procedure heads are, first of all, the schema. This is an optional parameter. Here, see. This is an optional parameter. It defines the schema name in which the procedure will created. The default schema is the current user. If we specify the different user, then other user must have privileges to create the procedure in his or her schema. Now, what is the name? The name parameter defines the name of the procedure. It should be meaningful. And then parameter. We already see. The parameter are optional. The PLSQL procedure will require the passing and receiving the value from the procedure execution statement. There are three types of the passing parameters. First is the in, out, and then in out. Single in, then out, and then in out. Now, what do you mean by in parameter? The in parameter receive or accept the value that will pass from the outside when the procedure call, and out is used to send or return a value to outside when the procedure call. An in-out parameter is used to accept as well as send the value from the outside procedure execution. Now, it accept, it send, and this one is the accept and send. Now, author ID. This is also an optional parameter. It defines whether the procedure will execute with the privileges of the creator and definer of the procedure or with that of the current user privileges. Now, what do you mean by procedure body? The procedure body, everything after is keyword. I already explained is to end keyword. In between, it is a procedure body. So, everything after the is keyword is called the body of the procedure. The code between is and end makes the declaration section. The procedure body contains the declaration of the variables is in the declaration section. The code to be executed in a executable statement parts. If any exception occurs, then it will handle in a exception handling parts. The declaration and exception handling parts are optional in a PLSQL procedure body. We must at least one executable statement in a executable statement parts. The return statement control to the calling subroutine. To create a stored procedure, user must have create the procedure system privileges. User must also have a required object privileges on the objects that are referred in a procedure in order to successfully compile the procedure. The object means tables, view, etc. Now, the next one is the types of parameters. There are two types of the parameters of the procedure. First is the formal parameter and second one is the actual parameter. Now, what do you mean by formal parameter? The formal parameter declared in a definition of the procedure. See, formal parameter means it is defined in a declaration statement or a procedure. When we define the procedure, then formal parameter is used. They receives the value sent by the calling procedure. For example, here define the procedure, then procedure name, welcome is the procedure name, then message varchar2 comma name varchar2. This message is the variable name or a parameter name. Message and name both are the parameter. This is the two parameter and this one is the data type of this parameter. Then procedure and then procedure name is a welcome. So procedure and procedure name is a welcome. Here the message and name parameter are called the formal parameter. Now the next is the actual parameter. The parameters or the value given while calling the procedure are called the actual parameter. For example, here we execute the procedure welcome and then parameter value. Here actual parameter is used when when we call the procedure. Here it is a definition part, defining the procedure, and here it is a calling the procedure. How to call? Procedure name, and then in the bracket pass the value of the parameter. Welcome is passed in a message and Mitesh is passed in a name variable. So it is a HUL, it is a formal parameter and it is a HUL. This value are copied to the corresponding formal parameter and message and name. Now at the end, thank you all. Today we have been discussed about the first part of the PLSQL store procedure and function, in which we includes the introduction of stored procedure and function, basic concepts and syntax and components of the stored procedure, the different types of parameter used in a procedure and function like a formal and HL parameter. So I think you are clear the concept of the what is procedure, how to write a procedure. In next session, we will continue to start with the remaining topics such as the store procedure with the example, in which how to create the stored procedure, how to execute it and create the stored procedure using in, out and in out parameter, etc. If you understand this session and getting the knowledge from this session, then please subscribe the Wow Gujarat. And once again, thank you all.
स्वाध्यायः परः